I do the quest. Woo! Feeling better. I need to make sure I drink water. But let's do our Qatari rank up and dailies, our Pixie rank up and dailies, and then try and find Vol 3. Scree! Scree! Great Serpent wriggles and writhes about with glee. It appears to be eagerly anticipating what new discoveries the Qatari excavation effort might bring. Speak with Chaco Kotal and see how things have been progressing since the last met. Yes, thank. Really? Yesterday I'm sick, today my internet wants to shit the bed? I don't know if you guys can even hear me. How much I'm cutting out. How much... of course I'm in the middle of it. I can't even, like, go out and try and do anything in the game because I have text on screen. Our forebears welcomed the V's when they arrived in the Great Wood. Despite our clear differences in aspects like lifetime stature and martial aptitude, our two people forged a strong bond, not unlike that shared by the Xmaya and Oxtal, our guardian deities. We also found records of a story told since the olden times. In it, the V's and a Qatari were hunting together in the wood when they suddenly fell into a deep sinkhole. With their bodies bruised and no good source of nourishment, they had no choice but to wait for a rescuer to come. Knowing that his short lifespan was nearly at an end, the short-lived Qatari offered his own flesh to his V's companion, that she might survive for many years to come. Could there be a more heartwarming tale of friendship and devotion? It brings a tear to my eye. I'm also pleased to report that in our search, we did also manage to find a passage leading in further into the Stoppel Steps. Yes, I have little doubt that another stella awaits us should we continue to delve below. I trust that Toral is investigating the matter as we speak. As a matter of fact, she returned a short while ago. Toral is nothing if not circumspect. I have no doubt her survey of the tunnels was most thorough. And yet, I fear the news is not all good. Poor Toral collapsed into a shivering heap almost immediately upon her return, and has remained in bed, silent and with a dreadful fever, ever since. As such, I have sent for our friends in the Slither boat to come to our aid. I do believe I just saw them over there. Come, Archon. I would be most obliged if you could join us in getting to the bottom of all this. Okay, fine. Keep me in a cutscene for ages. Came as soon as we could. What sort of malady has struck the poor little fellow? According to those who had accompanied her, the passage below is blocked by a vast water vein. Toral and her team no choice but dive in and attempt to swim their way onward through the depths. It seemed the chill of the water took quite a toll on their bodies, Toral most of all. Or perhaps they encountered a fearsome leviathan lurking in the deep who did lash out at them with its tentacles in furious rage. Oh, for woe! My heart goes out to this brave, battered soul. Fortunately, her life appears to be in no danger. And yet, I fear that the stopple is far from an ideal environment for sheltering the wounded and infirm. I would have to agree. Talisman and shrines may do well to ward off the creatures of the deep, but they will do little to keep a shivering body warm and nurse the sick back to good health. Archon, the Qatari live a simple life, eschewing luxury. We the Knights Blessed are similar, and I too believe frugality to be an admirable trait. And yet, I dare say they to live in better comfort than this. Wouldn't you agree? Perhaps there's something we could do for them. Master Valan, your magnanimity is most touching indeed. What are friends for, if not to help one another in trying times? We'd be most obliged to you for your aid. In the meantime, I'll suspend our exploration of the tunnels until such time as we find a way to traverse those frigid and treacherous waters. I'll go gather the supplies we need to keep our friends safe. We'll need something to warm her body, and medicine to ease her fever. An elixir of life for the afflicted Qatari fellow? Leave that to Quinfort, son of Dwaddle, potion maker nonpareil. Yes, I do believe I can procure the ingredients I need from our friends in Fano. As for keeping her warm, I do believe I know just the thing. Magmiel stew, just like Mother always used to make. All I need is one of those fiery critters from Lake Tusimekta. Reckon a fruit form will suffice as bait. Never failed me, at least. I would fetch it myself, but I fear it would be treacherous going for one such as me. Could I trouble you with the task, Archon? You are most munificent indeed, my friends. Is there nothing I could do to be of assistance? I intend to return here and tend to Port Dwarl. Perhaps you could help me look after your friend? Consider it done. Whatever I might do to be of help, I am at your keck and ball. But we are looking for Magma Eel in Lake Tusimekta. TLDR, on the little bit I did before having to basically shut down the stream and install it all over again. On the latest expedition, the Qatari had to swim through a pool of cold water, and one of them is probably experiencing hypothermia right now. So we have to go get them warm again. And part of that is catching a magma eel. So honestly, you could probably throw another $2,000 at the Sims challenge too at this rate. How do I get over there? How do I? I want to go to the... I was going the wrong way. Can't go that way. Can I go this way? Sometimes it helps to have the map up, not even for the sake of having the map. Like, having an image of where to go, but being able to see where the map connects across itself. Toph, what? Toph has found a hair tie and is playing with it, and I can't. I guess it's your toy now because Amy has taken up residence on my lap, so I can't stop you. This way? Yeah. But we're just starting an hour late. Hopefully. I haven't dropped a frame yet, so that's a good sign. Is this the magma eel? It is the magma eel. Are you just spectating Toph playing? Hair ties are the pinnacle of cat toys, I guess. You're just having a blast back there, aren't you? I don't need this anymore. What's up? How goes the search, Hrothgar? Have you managed to locate anything that might keep Twirl warm? I got this eel that's like made of magma. Fascinating. How gently warm to the touch it is. Yes, I dare say this should help to warm Twirl's body and ease her pain. It's the entire reason I was sent out to get it, so I'd hope so. Worry not, my friends. I prepared some extra doses and shared them with the remaining members of the excavation team. Should any of them exhibit similar symptoms to poor Twirl, Reef is only a quaff of Quinfort's quintessential elixir away. Oh, right, you're the guy who loves his alliteration. Twirl seems to be feeling quite a bit better already. At this rate, I dare say she'll be back on her feet in no time. Cannot thank you enough, my friends. Poor Twirl. I must tell her just how much I appreciate all she has done for us when she wakens. Oh, Father, I have it. Yes, indubitably I do. Carl? Are you quite alright? Have what I say? When he took Harkon's discovery into hand, my entire body was filled with a gentle warmth from within. Why, if we were to give one to each member of the X-Vacation team, they could stay warm and toasty even as they navigated the frigid waters below. Simply ingenious, my boy. Master Valen, Master Quinfort, might I trust you to look after our dear Twirl in my stead? I would return to the excavation that I might deliver to my friend a discovery that is sure to have her dancing in the tunnels. Leave it to us, my friend. There could be no greater honor than to lend my prodigious talents to a proud race of Ronka. It settles it. Let the third stage of the X-Vacation begin. We're no longer on an X-Vacation. We're no longer on a vacation. We're on an X-Vacation. I don't know why that was so hard to say. Sometime later. Arnotto and Jakarl have safely returned from their investigation of the tunnels. Okay, my friends, we return. Our serpent friend with us, and I am pleased to report that the third stele has been found. Sadly, much like the first two, it has seen better days. We must count our blessing that it survives at all, but with the ravaging sin eaters, rushing waters, and worse that it has faced over the years. Indeed, why, you can scarcely imagine the horrors our forefathers faced when they braved the depths so long ago. Scree, scree! Have no fear and lament not the past, O brave sons of Ronka, for in reclaiming your legacy this day, you forged the path to a brighter and ever more prosperous future. So saith the Divine Protector, and may its words give you strength. Well, the sentiment is an admirable one at least. But do tell, what were you able to make of the stone? He could discern of the markings was most curious indeed. Showed a single Qatari holding a fish over his head, and standing next to him, a curious creature that resembled a miniature catfish man with two little legs. A catfish man, you say? Why, I've pored through every encyclopedia on Master Potoya's shelf and never so much as heard of such a thing. What manner of fantastic and ancient beast might you have discovered? A Namazu. You're the most well-traveled of us, Archon. Have you ever seen or heard of such a creature in your travels? Have I ever? Good lord. Curious race of fishermen that live far to the east. No wonder we haven't heard of them in Norvrant. Doubtless they were one of the many ill-fated people swallowed up by the flood. In any event, these catfish men sound most fascinating. I would be quite curious to find out more. I have a theory as to what the markings signify. It was a time of old, when famine ravaged the forest. In trying times, our ancestors and these half-men each laid claim to a vital fishing ground. The creatures no longer inhabit these parts can only mean one thing. The proud Qitari, the might of the great Moroccan Empire behind them, drove these slippery creatures from the Great Wood, claiming the food supply as theirs and theirs alone. Bereft of a source of nourishment, the catfishmen died out one by one and met their eventual extinction. It seems rude. Extinction? Perish the thought. Believe me, Father, I am not so naive to think this was another bright and happy chapter in our history, not that the famine you speak of truly did befall our forest home. All the more reason that when these catfishmen shut up on our doorstep, on the verge of collapsing from hunger, our far forthers did offer them fish, so they might sustain themselves for the days to come. Most fascinating theories, the both of them, and yet I would posit another. I have read of an ancient coin emblazoned with the image of a catfish that is said to predate the Moroccan Empire. It is not plausible. Is it not plausible, even probable, that it might be the currency of an ancient civilization of fishermen that flourished in the depths below? No, it isn't, and I think we've heard enough theories for the day. At any rate, Gwynfred and I should be getting back to Slitherbow. If you're ever in need of warding charms, or far-fetched theories, you know where to find us. I must say, there's something quite compelling about the thought of a great civilization of subterranean dwelling fish people. Perhaps I should reconsider my... Scree! Or perhaps not. At any rate, it would appear that once again my son and I have arrived at conflicting interpretations of our people's past. And so we turn once more to you, Ally Vronka. Which version of history shall be told? Friend Archon, pray lend us your sage wisdom and acute insight. Acute insights are the only kind I got. That is Chilling Fate done. Reputation increased honor. You pick which one. More hospitable than ever. Return their quests. Bonus quests. Bonus quests. New shop stuff in the shop. Father may interpret the markings differently, but I am certain that my ancestors were not so cruel and violent as he would say. When famine struck the forest, the Qitari took pity on the catfish people and shared with them our freshest catches. That they vanished from the Great Wood after this is a pity, but I know that our forefathers did all that they could to save the slippery little friends. This is most definitely, most indubitably the case. Do you not agree? Yes. Magnificent! I knew we shared a like mind, you and I. Perhaps the boy is right, and history is at times not so cruel as it may seem at a glance. In any event, if you truly find this version of events more compelling, I see no reason to object. Splendorous! And with that, let's get the restoration of the third Stella started. You'll stick around to see that everything is done right, won't you? Whenever you're ready to begin, just say the word. You ready, Archon? Then Father and I shall call for our best artisans at once. Third Stella. Outfitted with supplies and conveniences brought by the Knights Blessed, Topple Stopple is more hospitable than ever before. Rejoicing in their newfound comfort, the Qitari have returned to their excavation effort with renewed energy and enthusiasm. One can only imagine what marvelous discoveries are yet to come. Okay, that's that step done. Let's see. Do we have anything interesting to buy? We already have that. We've got the orchestrion roll. That's basically, yeah, that's the only new thing of interest. Already have that. Where'd it go? There? I should probably see if those quests are around somewhere. My god, can't you just like shout at me? Prayers and poison. Solve our souls. Rings of pattern. Yep, those are all repeats. Okay, we got Mural's Regret, Mural's Tears, and the Lozadal. And it's so great when OBS just decides to hemorrhage frames and the only fix for it is to stop your stream and reboot OBS and your computer and everything. So I did find a setting that I don't know why I didn't have before that adjusts the bit rate rather than just dropping frames. Okay. Fishing spot 1. Should have an idea of where I need to... Sometime this week I need to clean up my inventory. There's a lot of trash in there. I was just trying to turn the camera. Rude. Yeah, I wanted to be able to see the exclamation marks. There's that. Poison catfish? Poison catfish. Poison catfish. Okay. One last spot to go. And I think we won't have any... We won't have the bonus ones for the pixies today. It'll just be the 3. Pond front? Be a pond front. It's a pond front. Okay. What are you doing, Amy? What are you pawing at? What do you see? Nothing? I don't see anything out there. Oh, hi. Yes, hi. I'm getting pawed at. Someone demands the pets. Okay, that's all of those. Ah. Our workers venture daily into the unknown and risk life and limb in the pursuit of our shared history. Needless to say, it is of the utmost importance that they remain hale and hearty. After all, we won't make much progress if our workers are dropping like flies. To that end, I plan on cooking up something that will fortify their bodies against the most persistent of ailments. Would you aid me in gathering the ingredients I require? The red chalice is brimming with wildlife, both dangerous and nourishing. Let's stick with the latter and go fishing, eh? Some trout should suffice. Their eggs are said to bolster the mind and gird the body. Don't forget to bring fruit worms. And... the other day, residents of Slitherbow bought a gift most divine. Chicken eggs. And let me tell you, to say their flavor was transcendent hardly begins to describe the experience. I'd scarce tasted the first egg when I knew we must have more. Being the enterprising guitar that I am, I've arranged to exchange our precious stones for their precious eggs. One of nature's bounties for another. A capital bargain if I do say so myself. We've already delivered our first cache of stones, but someone must pick up the eggs from Slitherbow. If you would be so kind, I'll ensure that you're handsomely compensated. As we dig deeper underground, we encounter ever more boulders obstructing our path. We must now refine our tools, reinforce them to withstand these harsh environs, and those harsher still to come. I'd owe you a great debt indeed if you were to aid me in gathering the materials I need to do so. In the waters of Lake Tusimekta you can catch diamond tongue, whose scales can withstand the most extreme elemental stresses. Take, however, as you may find things more vicious than rocks barring your way. Okay, so we've got Tusimekta, Red Chalice, and Slitherbow. Oh, window it is. Okay. Oh, shut up. I know. Can't fly any higher. But I want to fly away into the sky. What's up, poultry man? Give me your eggs. Take it. You're here about the eggs then? I'd love them to give them to you, but I'm afraid I've run to a snag. One of my chickens fled the coop, you see, clucking like the sky itself was falling down. Gods only know where she is now, but I reckon I'd find her quicker if I had another set of eyes looking for her. What say you? Lend a hand and I'll give you a pick of my best eggs. If you catch sight of her, use this sack to scoop her up. I'll stay around the village, well, you go ahead and look around the outskirts. I reckon you might hear her before you see her. So in summary, she went off through the cave. Get in the bag. Toph. Oh wait, I can fly here. I was just trying to hop, but search everywhere. But I haven't seen hide nor hair of that pesky bird. But you had better luck than me. Your bird's in this bag. Ah, that's her all right. You're a godsend. I was worried she'd been gobbled up whole by some bigger animal. She always lays the best eggs. Would have been a tragedy to lose her. Speaking of eggs, I believe there's a few. And as a promise, there's a few more on top just as your just reward. Give my regards to the Qatari and let them know I'm open for business anytime. Yeah, I'll do that. We good? You letting me out of the cave? Doesn't slope and is so small that I just constantly ground air. Okay. So this is Tusimekta. I should be able to, like, fish off here. Yep, that safety is no accident. Diamond tongue? A diamond tongue. This is the red chalice. This is where I have to fish. It helps if I go in the place I'm supposed to fish, huh? Meow. Meow. That's Toph. That's what Toph sounds like. Toph, get off that table. There you are. Do you have any trouble procuring the ingredients I requested? Nope. I feel reinvigorated just by looking at such a splendid specimen. Whatever it is I end up cooking out of this, I aim to make it the talk of the camp. Spotting. Would that the Qatari could lay eggs. Perhaps if I... Oh, you're back. Do you have them? Do you? Oh, you have saved... splendid. These eggs are even more pleasing to hold than the last batch. There's so many of them. Would have sent one of my workers to fetch these, but the sad truth is that no Qatari can be trusted with the task. The eggs would have been devoured before they one yalm from Slitherbow. But you showed enough restraint to deliver them untouched truly speaks to your heroic pedigree. It's good to see you returned. Seeing as you have... safety is no accident. All your limbs and very extremities, I take you are able to obtain the items I requested? Yeah? Splendid. The scales of the diamond tongue are as enchanting as they are robust. With these I can make boots that will let us traverse the most rugged terrain with ease. These new tools will ensure that our younglings survive to dig well into their twilight years, should the need arise. Perhaps we'll even pass them down to their children. Okay, that is all the Qatari for today.